It's time for Highlands basketball tonight from Natrona Heights, Pennsylvania. Section action back at it in a very unfamiliar surrounding. The Rams are at home against Freeport.
It's been a month since we've been here, I think, Mike. It's been a while. Great to be home and great to have the guys behind us again.
Cam Regard smacking me so hard I locked the filling loose. Anyway, deja vu. Last night, girls versus Freeport won and clinched the playoffs. Tonight,
same thing with the boys, Mike. They win tonight, they clinch the playoffs. Freeport has some skin in the game too, Mike, because if they win and get some help, they can clinch tonight too. So we got cross-town rivals, big game on the line with section implications.
Yeah, both of these teams have played well this season, and Freeport's come on as of late. Had a rough patch there when they lost the game in Knock. Got it back last game when they beat Knock, so they split with them. All right, do we have a Hampton hangover?
Mike, since we're in the second half of the schedule, we're basically repeating what happened earlier. We lost to Hampton, went up to Freeport. That was a remedy there because, again, I think playing a cross-town rival helped us. Here's where I think the hangover may come into play. Trust me, the Freeport coaching staff has watched that game at Hampton. They saw what the 2-3 zone did to us in the second half. I think we're going to see a 2-3 zone here tonight if they paid attention.
Now, when we played at Freeport on that Friday night earlier in the year, Freeport held the ball to start the game. 3 minutes in, the score was 2-2. Do you think they're going to do it again?
Yes, because the end of the first quarter is 14-11. And again, you have to do what you have to do, Mike. And again, it worked. It was effective. But they have to look at the basket more. And again, Highlands, I'm sure, on the other side, our coaching staff knew what they did last time. They're going to have some things. It's all about tempo. We're going to try to speed them up. They're going to try to slow it down. Let's see who wins.
All right, so it should be a dandy. Highlands has beaten Freeport 11 times in a row. Freeport would like nothing more than to stop that streak. It's Freeport at Highlands, and it's coming up. Stay tuned.
You can see us here at the table. George Guido is with us tonight. We will...
Special guest, the most popular guy in the house.
He is. Everybody's coming to say hi. Starting lineups brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting in Natrona Heights to beautify and protect.
And Freeport number 0, Dean Fuhrer, a 6'2 senior. Number 1, Zach Clark, a 5'10 senior. Mike, you're going to hear senior 5 times. They start 5 seniors.
Hello.
Number 2, Ben Lane, 5'10 senior. Number 4, 6' senior, Gavin Croney. Sister played last night with the girl.
And very well.
And number 5, Brady Stuyvesant, 5'8 senior. His dad's the AD at Freeport.
Yeah, absolutely. Yellow Jackets 11-6, 3-3 in section. Again, a win and some help will get them into the playoffs for the 3rd straight season. Rams are 14-3, 4-2 in section. All they need to do is win tonight, and they will extend their school record 9 straight playoffs.
And we've been along for all of them, Mike. We'll start number 23, Jordan Tavares, 6'1 junior, averaging 7 points a game. Cam Regard wears number 25, 6'1 junior, averaging 15 per game. And our big guy in the middle, 15, Braden Foster, 6'8 junior, averaging 21 a game. And number 0, 6'4 senior, Chandler Timmons, averages 4 a game. And our point guard, number 1, Jimmy Quint, 6'3 senior, averages 18 points per game.
Starting lineups have been brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting for all your commercial and industrial painting needs and epoxy floors. They got you covered. Ron Richards, Mark Emmerling, and Sonny Bruni are your officials for this game tonight. Again, a win by Highlands puts them into the playoffs. Both of these teams are going to be in the playoffs. I think that's pretty safe to say. It really looks like it's going to be Hampton's already in, Highlands will be in, Freeport and Knock will round it out. Greensburg, Salem, and Indiana need a miracle.
They're up to track at 1-5, Mike. After tonight, only 10 days left in section play. Can you believe that?
It's almost over. Ron Richards has the basketball.
Former Plum coach.
And the tap is won by Foster, and here come the Rams. They move left to right here in the first quarter. Dressed in their home white uniforms with the brown and the gold trim. Freeport in the traveling blues with the gold trim. Tavares.
The good news, they practiced here, Mike, so they knew where the place was. Been a long time. How many
One
days?
game in 27-day span. We won't be back here till February 6th after tonight.
That could be a WPL record.
It might be. Here's Kuntz.
And we get two at home next week? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
How about that?
3 of the next 4.
Yep. Knock in Indiana. Finish out the regular season.
Tavares into the paint. Kicked it to the corner. Head fake by Regard. Back to Kuntz. Tough defense by Freeport to start this one. Kuntz to the baseline, dumped it down to Tavares, laid it up and scored, and the Rams lead 2-0.
Tavares had to actually reach out of bounds to catch that pass and bring it back in. Here comes pressure.
As long as the feet were in, he was good, and that was the key. So the Rams lead it. Here come the Jackets forecourt. This is Ben Lane.
And here's a great way to speed him up, Mike. Press.
Now dump it off to Furl. He almost stuck it, but the Rams have the rebound. Timmons.
Out and running.
Long for Regard. What a great move, and he scores. How about that move by Cam Regard? And the Rams lead at 4-0.
Euro step into 360, and here's the press, Mike. Remember last time how they held it up? Well, they're not going to hold that way.
Crony. Oh, nice dish by Crony, and Ben Lane's there for the finish, and it's 4-2.
And I don't mind that, Mike. If they're going to play our tempo, let them have a couple.
Regard for 3 off the rim, no good, but there's Foster on the weak side, and Foster stepped on the baseline and turned it over. Minute and a half in, the Rams lead 4-2.
First Highlands turnover of the night, and again, they're going to be able to press here, Mike.
Highlands won the first game 74-47. Freeport led 2-0, 4-2, and 6-4. Highlands went up 8-6 and never gave the lead up.
It's 12-10 at the quarter, if you remember.
Ooh, that was close.
Yep.
There's Lane in the corner. Out top to Zach Clark. He had 14 in that game out at Freeport. Reversing it to Crony. Crony was off the bench that night. Stuyvesant. Now Clark.
Sean Deviney, Mike, coached at Fox Chapel, and they always played hard-nosed defense. Steal by Kuntz.
Kuntz is able to control it for a minute, but Lane stayed on the floor. Remember, Lane was a tough customer in that game out there. Here's the dump down to Stott. Oh, the ball is knocked away as Crony had it knocked out. We're going to have a foul called on Highlands.
Jimmy Quint's going to get his first, Mike, and Ben Lane got in the lane and looked up and saw Braden Foster. Literally looked up and said, I better not do this. They kicked it out.
Stuyvesant on the weave.
Now, Mike, here's what they did in the first game.
Here they go.
Never looking at the basket.
Clark to Lane.
Coach told me, Mike, they were down 13 against Hampton and they did this. What do you get out of that?
Oh, you don't go down 15.
That was about the size of it.
Stuyvesant inside to Fuhrer. Kicked away by Kuntz for a second, but he couldn't hang on to it. Lane's 3 from the corners, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Regard. Regard's got a man ahead. It's Kuntz. Drives, lays, scores quickly. 6-2. Steal by Regard on the press, and he puts it in.
Cam with a quick 4 points.
Now they're going to be careful to beat the 10. And quickly Clark gets it across. Got through, dumped down to Fuhrer. Fuhrer put it up and scored. Dean Fuhrer was held scoreless in the first game. That's his first 2.
Highlands off and running again.
Foster with a spinorama off the glass. 10-4.
This is what we couldn't do against Hampton, Mike. We couldn't get the running game going. To their credit, too. Got a lot to do with it.
You're good.
Clark to Fuhrer right side. Now Crony goes into the paint, off the glass, and put it down. Crony's first 2. And it's 10-6.
Now Freeport going to apply their own pressure, Mike.
Kuntz uses a Timmons screen. Drives in, and he traveled.
Yo,
Turnover right. Highlands at 3:59. He slipped.
Yeah, I was looking at the ball. You had his feet. Gavin Glista checking in. He played well in the first game.
He did.
Glista, 6-foot junior. First underclassman of the game for Freeport. They're going to have to replace their starting 5 next year, Mike.
They are. Fuhrer did break the press. Now Crony right side. Gets it back. Crony drives all the way in, left-handedly scores. Gavin Crony's got 4 quick ones. He had 12 in the first meeting, and it's 10-8. Regard got it to Tavares. Tavares, oh, what a reverse move, but it won't go for him. And Glista the rebound. And he's fouled. They're going to get Tavares. Maybe, let's see.
I think it is.
It is Jordan. That's 2 on Highlands. Landed Signorella into the Highlands lineup, and sitting down will be Jordan Tavares.
Highlands look like playing straight man-to-man here.
Freeport can tie it or take the lead with a 3. Here's Crony.
Good. No rush.
Clark. Now Crony off the weave, left side. Into the lane. Gave up his dribble, though. Got it back to Lane. Lane got shut down by Timmons. Now Zach Clark. Less than 3 to go, first quarter. 10-8. Highlands by a bucket.
They're doing a high exchange, Mike, with the handoffs there.
Oh, Glista had that one, but didn't take it. Into the paint now. Glista put it up. Oh, it won't go. Rebound Freeport. Fuhr fought it away, and now we do have a foul. See what Ron Richards has.
Yep,
that's on Fuhr.
His first. Coach Davini wanted the foul before that
right.
one, Mike. Both teams pressing, so going to get up and down, it looks like, which again it helps Highlands, I think, as far as pace goes.
Ali Sharif into the Highlands lineup. Plays catch with Kunst. Jimmy steps into a 3, and it's down. Jimmy Kunst, his first from downtown, 5 on the night. Rams up by 5.
Number 3 on the all-time scoring list.
15.
Now they work it back to Parker Lucas, number 3 with a headband. Oh, came up on Crony, but he's able to control it. Crony put up a wild one, missed it. Oh, and Regard took the old thumb to the eye, but he'll have to play on here.
That affects his vision at all.
Kunst dumps it into Timmons. Timmons with a spin move, tried to split him, he did, he scored.
All 5 starters on the score page now, Mike.
15-8, Highlands by 7. Clark into a double team. 3 now. Coach Davini wants a timeout on that one at 1:33 left first quarter, and the Rams lead at 15-8.
That's a great timeout, Mike. He's got 4 defenders around the 2 timelines and the 2 defenders. Well, talks about the Boucher family, who've been in Toronto Heights for over 70 years, and they're uniquely qualified to help choose home and auto insurance that protects what matters most to you and your family. Bouchers are independent agents that dish nationwide to work with all the leading companies in the industry, like Progressive, Allstate, AIC, and the Travelers. And again, they will find you ways to save money in your home and auto insurance. Call your hometown independent agents, John and Nick Boucher, at 724-224-4300 and choose the coverage rate for you and your family. Have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, the 8K Valley, you're in good hands with Boucher Agency on your side. Now, Mike, my wife doesn't drive much anymore, right?
Okay.
So we're paying by the mile for her through Nationwide, and it's not bad at all. So when we go any place, guess who drives?
You.
Yeah. So she is going to be the lady with the low mileage on the car.
The Bouchers will take care of that for you. Here's Lane. Right side to Clark.
When I go to sell a car, you want to look me up too.
It's going to be
low mileage.
Gently used.
Exactly.
Stuyvesant out at the Big Ram center circle. 1:15 left first quarter. Highlands by 7. Back to Clark. On the floor, back to Lucas.
What's happening, Mike? The way they're running the shuffle offense, we have to switch on everything. And you see Stuyvesant and Foster. That's not the normal matchup, but again, with the switching on everything, you can get those matchups.
Lucas, oh, Stuyvesant wide open. Missed a bunny. Rebound Lucas, up around, no good. They battle for it. Look at Lando. Hit the floor hard, but he came down with it. And now Sharif is fouled by Parker Lucas.
First foul on him.
Every time I say his name, Parker Lewis wants to come out. But I'm doing the best I can.
Boy, nice crowd on hand for a Tuesday night, huh, Mike?
Yes.
This is what happens when you have hometown rivals playing each other.
On a Tuesday, yeah. Nice crowd. Dumped down to Foster, but they're going to say Foster touched it last. I don't know that I'm in agreement with that call, but that's a turnover for Highlands in 34 seconds. Now Freeport has the ball and the arrow. They can get a 2 for here.
And Mike, I see a lot of the girls from last night who played.
Both teams,
yeah. Freeport and Highlands.
I saw the Desort sisters walking in earlier. Now we got a block by Tavares. No, we're going to call it travel. Getting out of control down there was Gavin Glista. Lost his balance. And Sonny Bruni just decided to go with the walk there. I think he had his choice of about 3 things he could have called.
Milena Desort in the first row tonight. Mitch is here tonight, too. Sitting with Tanner Knopf across the way. Remember Tanner, the baseball player?
That's right. Here is Foster. 6 seconds. Rams got to be aware of the clock. 4 seconds. They're not aware of the clock. Tavares going to let it go, and it's blocked, and that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Highlands Golden Rams 15, and the Freeport Yellow Jackets 8. Don't you hate it when you need work done around the house but can't get anyone to call you back, or even worse, when you finally get in touch with someone they didn't finish the job properly? Well, you can put those problems aside because Beanie Home Renovations has been executing home projects in the AK Valley from start to finish for over a decade. If you're spending your hard-earned money on renovating your home, you expect the job to be done right. Not only does Beanie do it all from basements to roofing, they also bring a refreshing level of professionalism to every job from the very first call. Experience the difference today. Call 724-351-3172 or check them out on the web at beaniehomerenovations.com. Take the first step in making your home a better place to live. Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy.
Cheerleaders here at a home game night. Nice to have them back with us too, Mike. Section action, Greensburg at Knock, Hampton at Indiana. Big game hunting tonight, Mike. 6A, you got Butler at Newcastle. 5A, Moon at North Hills. 4A, Belle Vernon at Uniontown. And 3A, guess what the big game is in 3A tonight?
Berlin, is it Berlin Deer Lakes?
Burrow Deer Lakes, yes.
Go Bucks. They beat them. Burrow beat them the first time.
And they asked Mike White in his Q&A today who he likes. He says, fear the deer.
That's fine. He can have it. Well, they can maybe get the split. Good section with those two, Shady side.
Yep.
Highlands played them all first 3 games of the year. And people were poo-pooing the schedule. Maybe not.
Yeah, when you think about it. Yep.
Maybe not. Freeport with the basketball. Start the second quarter. Here's Lucas.
So watch the shuffle cuts up top, Mike. Again, it makes everybody switch.
Stuyvesant. Right side to Glista. Now Lucas double dribbled, turned it over at 7:37.
And Coach Davidi's asking the question, what are you doing, down there? Because it just brings another defender when you're on the line.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, things got off to a fast start, but they have really slowed here. Here's Timmons into the paint. Timmons stops, pops, and scores. 4 for Chandler. He had 12 out in Freeport. 17-8, Highlands with their biggest lead.
Which again, Mike, we talked about pace in the pregame. When it slows down, it favors Freeport. When it speeds up, it favors Highlands. That's simple.
Lane, right side to Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant got around Kunst. Oh, he went all the way through, kicked it out. 3 ball, Clark down.
That was a great job by Stuyvesant, Mike. Went right to the defense, kicked it out.
First basket for Zach Clark. He had 3 from downtown out at Freeport. It's 17-11.
Rough trip by
It was a rough trip.
Lane.
Foster turnaround off the glass.
No answer for Braden Foster down in the paint, though, Mike. Their biggest starter is 6'2".
19-11, Highlands by 8. Remember, stay tuned at halftime. The Dean will be talking to George Guido, the recently retired George Guido, who is here with no computer, no satchel.
Give it to him.
Not keeping the running score on a tablet.
He has to be thinking about how would I write this game. Well, you know that.
Chandler Timmons picked up the foul, his first.
He says we're going to capitalize his life in the 9 minutes. He doesn't know he doesn't have much time.
Stuyvesant double team to the backcourt. And he gets it across.
He's doing a great job, Mike.
Lane lays it up and scores. Great job by Stuyvesant to find Ben Lane underneath, and it's 19-13.
And the last 2 baskets, Brady Stuyvesant didn't get the scores, but he certainly set them up.
Tavares. Rams aren't getting to the basket.
And Mike, they're playing straight man.
There they get to the basket, and there's Signorella.
There, late foul.
And they're going to get the foul. So Landon Signorella will go to the line and shoot a pair. B&J Sports celebrating their 6th decade outfitting our local teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. Customized high school jackets, team uniforms, trophies and plaques, or any kind of sports equipment. You just can't beat the service at B&J Sports. They're located at 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Open 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 till noon. Or call them 724-226-2762. 6 decades says it all. B&J Sports.
Landon missed the first one, coming in shooting 52% on the year. He made both of them the other day at Hampton, though.
He was the one.
Yeah. It's the second.
Rams Friday night.
I had 4 of 12.
Yeah, 4 of 12, and they lost by 5.
Yeah, 33% don't get it. 67% would certainly help.
20 to 13, they do. They get it to Clark. Clark with a nice dish, and Fuhrer puts it in. 20 to 15.
And again, Mike, they're changing up.
I've decided I'm going to read a commercial every time we go to the line. That way I don't have to watch. Foster from the corner for 3, off the rim. Rebound Lane.
And look, they want to run, Mike.
They do. They get it out to Fuhrer. Fuhrer beat them all down and put it down. 6 for Dean Fuhrer, and it's 20 to 17.
It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, I guess.
Kuntz 3 is short, followed his own though.
And
shoots
one.
and scores. It draws the foul.
And one. There is no way coach is complaining what's up. He was moving with him.
Brady Stuyvesant picks up the foul.
He tried to slip inside, Mike, but there was no way he was going to get there. And Sean Devaney's out there patting Ron Richards on the back.
Yeah, and Ron looked at him and said, not funny.
Not funny at all.
Yep, that's what he said.
He's been on the other side.
Sounded like Terry Bradshaw walked in. Not funny.
Yeah.
Kunst.
8 points now for Jimmy.
And the Rams lead it 23-17. Back up by 6, the big 3-point play. Fuhrer double teamed. Oh, worked it out though, and Crony's able to get it. Stuyvesant. Ooh, nearly a foul on Foster, but Stuyvesant's going to take it all the way in and coach from behind. Block Lane.
Got it back.
And now a foul. Dean Fuhrer will shoot 2 at 5 minutes.
Wireless Zone, Mike, is the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America. They're dedicated to meeting the wireless needs of your family, your business, and your lifestyle. Our stores offer competitive price on most popular smartphones, devices, and accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Visit Wireless Zone headquarters in Natrona Heights, the Walmart Plaza, and Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Ask about 5G Home, 5G ultra-wideband internet for your home. Or find the Wireless Zone nearest you by going to wirelesszone.com.
Dean Fuhrer makes 1 out of 2. It's a loose ball. They battle for it. They're going to call a jump ball. It is a jump ball. This one will belong to Highlands at 4:56. Sean Devaney was trying to get a timeout if Freeport had it.
But nobody had possession, yeah. And Ron Richards explaining
now they're making up. Yep. Ron knows how this works. Great coach at Plum.
He's been on both sides of the fence.
And Tom Kuntz telling me before the game, heck of a player at Apollo. Back in when I would have been in the high school years of things. Dump down to Foster. Foster left a man on the floor and went up with the left hand.
Fuhrer tried to draw the charge literally by bumping into
Foster and throwing himself.
Yeah.
It looked like a soccer move.
It didn't work.
It didn't. Here's Zach Clark. I keep wanting to call him Vinny. Vinny's no longer here. He graduated. Fuhrer. Glista. Now swinging around to Clark. Corner and a 3 is drained by Croney. 7 for Gavin. It's 25-21. Quickly, Kuntz beat him down. It's a dipper. Fighting it out of there was Cam Regard, and he got fouled. That'll be the 15th foul against Freeport.
And that's going to be on Croney, his first.
3:55 left until halftime. The Rams leading it by 4. Chandler Timmons will get a rest. Signorella back in.
And they're going to need a rest. I mean, Freeport is moving the ball on offense, making them work very hard on defense. Yep.
Back out. Tavares took it all the way to the hole. Now that's getting to the basket.
Yeah, Mike, he got that hip out in front of him, and you don't beat him too often when he gets out on you. 27-21. Fuhrer.
Oh, they wanted a foul there, but Fuhrer made a great pass, but Crony couldn't finish it. Here comes Regard wanting to push it. Regard all the way to the basket, put it up, missed it. Foster with the finish, no. Regard, we're going to have a jump ball.
This one will go to Freeport. And Highlands will press.
3:25 left first half. Here's Stuyvesant. Oh, steal by Regard. Regard, oh, nice dump down to Kuntz. He puts it in.
And that was all Cam Regard there, Mike. Jimmy gets a 2, but Cam Regard set it up.
Are you or someone you know in need of physical or occupational therapy? Well, consider the caring therapist at Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Services in Natrona Heights. Highlands called that timeout, by the way. Zach Bartolotta and his staff specialized in one-on-one personalized care, coupled with the latest techniques and equipment in physical therapy and services. They deal with any type of injury, specializing in orthopedic conditions, including sports and workers' compensation injuries. Phoenix will help you with your goal of returning to the activities you love the most. Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Services is conveniently located at 1601 Union Avenue, Natrona Heights. They have flexible hours for your convenience and accept most insurances, including UPMC. So give them a call today, 724-224-5090, to set up an appointment. We may have a cameraman that might need them soon up there. No Dan tonight again. Cameraman John's here because Dan's stuck in the air. So we hope he's in the air coming home.
Well, he has a Southwest flight, Mike, and as Southwest said in their latest commercial, you really can't blame us. You bought the ticket. If it's that important, walk. So, by the way, rave reviews for Zach Bartolotta from a new neighbor of mine, suffering from plantar fasciitis.
Oh, my favorite.
We feel her pain, right?
Yeah, I love that.
But Zach's helped her get better, and she's on the road to recovery.
Well, that's good.
And she's a golfer.
Even better. Well, you're going to need, that's okay because you get the soft, but you get uneven walking out there, and you just one wrong uneven step.
You know it.
And 3:14 left first half. Highlands 29, Freeport 21, in a tough one here tonight. Hampton hangover, I think a little, but I also think the other team's playing really well.
Yes. And it's a battle of pace so far. And Freeport's they're kind of like that boxer, Mike. You don't know, a left-handed boxer. They're hard to box. You don't know their style.
What is this, Ernie Shavers?
Freeport's giving a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and they penetrate.
All the way to the basket is Gavin Crony. He has 9, and it's 29-23.
And Highlands expect them to kick it out. Mike, he took it right to the basket, so they're keeping us on our feet, literally.
Here is Kuntz all the way home. Back to Signorella. Now Kuntz is going to take it in front of the Freeport bench. Long cross court to Regard. Long 3 in the air. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound Sig. Goes up. Foul, scores.
That time, Mike, Sig used that man's leverage to get that basket in. Did a great job.
Put his body up against him.
Yep.
And Signorella with the finish.
And that just shows you the strength of Landon Signorella, Mike, to be able to do that.
31-23.
He wanted that.
Jimmy Kuntz made the first and one the Highlands had. We hatched a scheme over the weekend as Sig got it. And that scheme is, if you're having trouble from the foul line, make the first basket, then you only have to shoot 1 foul shot.
That's it.
We've had that twice, and they've converted both of them. 32-23, that matches Highlands' biggest lead. Fuhrer, back out to Lane. Now Glista. Lane in the corner. Stuyvesant right side. Oh, off the hands of Fuhrer, out of bounds, and Highlands will take it. With 2:07 left till halftime.
Stuyvesant tricky with the basketball. That time he fooled his own player. A long pass.
Quickly ahead of the pack with Signorella. He got it back to Regard. Regard, boy, he got hammered when he passed that. There were no whistles. Here comes Lane.
5th Highlands turnover.
Stuyvesant carried it all the way through. Missed the shot, and Regard has the rebound. Down goes Regard, and he travels or steps on the line or pick one.
Couldn't get control of it.
He slid. Dandy Don Meredith said once. He slid over onto the line and could have called a travel. You could call out of bounds. They didn't get called out of bounds, Mark Emmerling.
6th Highlands turnover. Freeport's committed 8.
Ben Lane. I would say the senior, but that would be redundant. They pretty much all are. Stuyvesant's going to let a 3 go. Off the rim, Foster tipped it, but Lane got it back, and Lane scored. And that's just good hustle by Ben Lane, and it's 32-25.
He's got 6.
Jimmy Kunst around a Timmons screen. Stops, pops, 3-ball, short.
Good pass.
Signorella puts it in.
Sig's got 6. Highlands got a 9-point lead.
Right on his average. 34-25. Here's Lane.
Come help.
Glista.
No rush, Gavin. No rush. No rush.
Coach Holler, no rush. 1 minute to go.
Lane out of the corner. Less than a minute to go first half. Regard knifed it away. Stole it. Had it. They got it back. Deviney beside himself. Whoa! And a Foster flush on the pass off the glass.
Go back and watch that one, Mike. Whoa. Showtime, baby.
36-25.
That was something, huh?
I almost missed it because there was a man jumping up and down in front of me.
Coach Deviney.
That's it.
Not again, Mike.
Foster out to Regard. Oh, good play by Freeport to tip it, but Kunst got it and controlled it. Kunst up, scores.
That's strength, Mike. That's nothing but strength there.
38-25.
He buoyed that one up in, all of a sudden it's a 13-point Highlands lead.
Yeah, you watch this game and somehow they have 38 points.
Yeah. Amazing.
13 seconds. Freeport with the ball. What's the call? It's going to be a blocking foul
I
on
think
Signorella.
so. They're going to get Sig kind of put his chin in there. Let's see what they say. Yep.
Okay.
Neither team in the one-on-one yet.
Again, stay tuned at halftime. The Dean will talk with George Guido, and we'll have stats and all kind of things. Nine seconds. Loop it in deep to Lane. Here is Clark. Right side, Glista. 3-ball with the kiss. Gavin Glista at the buzzer.
You got to call that, Mike.
You do. That's the end of the first half with the score. Highlands 38 and Freeport 28. Philippe's Family Dining and Pizzeria was born in Natrona Heights in 1999, and it didn't take long for the name to become synonymous with great food and overwhelming community support. Philippe's offers burgers, wings, specialty sandwiches, wraps, and of course pizza, not just any pizza, but the often imitated, never duplicated Birdville pie. Made with their special super secret recipe and named in honor of the Birdville section of Natrona Heights. Kitchen's open after the game, so stop by and say hi or call 724-226-3505 for takeout. And remember, breakfast starts every morning at 8 o'clock, including their best kept secret, the 3-cheese breakfast pizza. Philippe's Family Dining and Pizzeria, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Halftime. Highlands leads it by 10. We'll be back with the Dean and George Guido right after this. We're back at halftime. Mike Choma standing by with George Guido. Go ahead, fellas.
Mike, I'm with the most popular guy in the house tonight. We had 100 people come up and shake George's hand. George recently retired from the Valley News Dispatch, but before the Valley News Dispatch, there was Comcast. Tell us about that part of your career.
I started there in 1971. Actually, the first game I did was in 71. I was still in high school. I was going to broadcasting school in Pittsburgh at night. I was going to Burrell in the daytime and broadcasting school at night. It was getting toward the end of the season. There was like about a 4-way tie for first place in Old Section 1. And they wanted to do 2 games one night. Tattern and Falsetti were up at Ford City doing Highlands and Ford City. And Sam Buffone of Westmoreland Cable Company wanted to do Kiskiyeri and Valley. He had young Pewitt, Tom Pewitt, doing the game. And he needed somebody else. He happened to be talking to my father, and he said, hey, my son's going to broadcasting school, and Sam says, you tell him be such and such a place and such a time, and that's how I got started.
And again, we always remember your famous scoreboard show. Everybody got such a kick out of that scoreboard show, especially when you were doing it at halftime, when you always said, if you don't want to know the score, hide it. So now you did the one thing. You went from television to print,
right,
and you had a great article. Your last article talked about your 10 greatest games. What was the greatest one?
Well, I'll tell you what, that miracle at the park, I think you were there too, right, that night at Riverview, and that was just so tremendous that afternoon. That place was just so packed, and Riverview was the #1 team in Class A, and they just couldn't get going till the final minutes of the game that day, and they got a fumble at the 4-yard line. And instead of taking a knee, Jefferson Morgan handed off and got the fumble. And Riverview didn't have a play. You know, Jake Kappa and the whole place was just so astounded at what had taken place that the center for Riverview ran over and said, "Coach, we need to play." So he had to play set up where Ertlejack just outran the Jefferson Morgan guy. They got a touchdown. The place just went crazy, and it's just it was a 1994 game just that I'll just never forget.
Did you coin it the Miracle in the Park?
No, that was somebody at the editing desk at the Dispatch that night. And I don't know who gets credit for it, but it was right in the headlines the next day. I still have the article.
I remember it because we were all up in the press box. We're not supposed to cheer. Grown men were hugging each other.
Yes.
I remember that. Now, what everybody says, myself included, the thing we're going to miss most is the Through the Years you do every Friday. And I imagine your house is full of statistics and your wife is hollering at you. Is that how you actually do those articles?
Well, a lot of it's with microfilm. We have a microfilm set up at the Valley News, and there's one at the community library up here in Natrona Heights. So that now some games I remember, and some games even to the point where people would get a hold of me. They'd write to me like a couple weeks in advance and say, "Hey, don't forget, coming up's the 30th anniversary of me intercepting a pass and all that." Yeah. Or my son intercepted 2 passes and got 2 touchdowns one game. So you be sure to put that in there. And it became like something that caught on so fast. It was originally set up in 1999. We wanted to do a thing of setting up the whole 20th century like everybody else was doing at the time. And it turns out I started doing that. Why don't we do something every year for milestones? And it just caught on, and we just went with it since.
I'm going to miss it because I always stole from that. Now, again, you're sitting here tonight, we're thinking, are you writing this game in your head? I know you're retired, but what's next for George?
Right, you know what? Well, you could see when it was 10-8 and Freeport had about 3 chances to tie it up. Then Kuntz came down and got a 3-pointer. So that would have probably been somewhere in my lead that day. But hey, for now, I'm just relaxing. I enjoy this no-stress life. The toughest decision I have to make in the morning is to where to get a coffee and a breakfast sandwich. And this stress-free life is agreeing with me.
Took his first January vacation to Las Vegas, but any plans for writing in the future at all?
I don't know. I'm leaving the door open to everything and anything. So I got a lot more time to do stuff. I'm on the board for the AK Valley Sports Hall of Fame, and I take care of the voting for the Willie Thrower Award. We're planning a Burrell Class of 71 70th birthday party this summer, August 5th at the Lower Burrell VFW, since most of us will be turning 70 this year. And I'll have a lot more time to go out to vendor shows to sell my books. I had to pass up a lot of those over the years, so I got kind of a full schedule here.
I resemble that 70 remark. By the way, 2 books already in. I think there's going to be a 3rd.
Well, again, I'm not closing the door to anything. I may even write a biography for somebody else. Just see what happens now.
The AK Valley historian, George Gatto, thanks for joining us, George.
Hey, great having me, and great seeing basketball anytime, whether you're working it or not.
All right, Milo, back to you.
All right, that's terrific. Thanks, Dean. Thanks, George. And what a legend. Absolutely. All right, we'll be back. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back, and we'll have the halftime stats right after this.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what, I made a lot of friends.
We are back at halftime. You see official Mark Emmerling talking to George Gatto, trading pleasantries. Halftime stats brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops. Being elite starts at any age. We train our players to be the best basketball players on the court and the best versions of themselves off the court.
Well, Mike, let's check scoring for the Golden Rams. They're led by Jimmy Kuntz with 12. Cam Regard has 4. Chandler Timmons 4. Braden Foster 8. And go back and watch that highlight dunk. I can't wait to see that one. Jordan Tavares has 4. Landon Signorello 6. Very balanced scoring for the Golden Rams. For Freeport, Dean Fuhrer has 6. Zach Clark has 3. Ben Lane has 6. Gavin Croney leads with 9. And Gavin Glista, that 3-pointer off the glass at the buzzer.
Halftime stats have been brought to you by Mason Elite at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. For more information on the best basketball training in Pittsburgh, visit MasonElite.com. And one from you.
Yep. And Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph proudly welcome Lucchino Insurance Financial Group, serving the AK Valley for decades. Lucchino's are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. Retirement can have a funny way of sneaking up on you. You're not alone. George is with us too tonight. Everybody's talking about retirement. Lucchino's can help you find proven solutions to help you prepare your family for the future. Joe and Joe Always Know, located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection, or call them at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Let the Lucchino Insurance Financial Group put you on the road to financial stability today.
quite a first half. Highlands scored 23 points in the second quarter.
Freeport had 20 though.
Yeah, a 15-8 first quarter lead, but Freeport's hanging in. We mentioned they are 11-6. They have won 2 in a row and 6 of their last 10. They had that little bit of a hiccup earlier in the season where they lost a couple in a row. They had lost a surprise game. They went down to Knock and lost. But since we've seen Knock, it's not that much of a surprise now because those guys can shoot. Finucane is going to have 1,000 points by the time he's a sophomore or junior.
I think. Freshman, he's up. Yep.
Crazy. But they're playing much better. Freeport is, and they will play home to Hampton on Friday. Highlands will be at Greensburg Salem Friday. You might want to gather around the YouTube machine, and it's going to be cold this weekend. You can.
They got their first win, Mike, 75-70 over Indiana.
Right, they got
Friday.
their one. Those two split. So here we go, second half. Rams need to put a good second half together here. Again, a win is a playoff clincher for the 9th straight year. Timmons battles down there against 2 men. Oh, Chandler Timmons. What a powerful move.
And he got whacked in the face 4 times in the process.
Exactly. We could ask Fred Solis to tell us if there was contact down there or not.
Basketball is a contact sport.
Out top to Stuyvesant.
I'm really impressed with the way Freeport's moved the ball tonight, too.
Yes.
Like,
Here's
making
Clark.
Highlands work on defense.
Clark drives in, and he's fouled by Jordan Tavares. That'll be his second, first of the second half.
And even though they're playing hard, Mike, and moving the ball, it wasn't a lot of fouls in the first half. Neither team got to the one-on-one.
Loop it deep, and Ben Lane has it.
And that was the last option. 5 seconds was about to expire.
Regard on the overplay, couldn't get it. Crony. Stuyvesant's left-hander on the way. It is down. Net hardly moved. Brady Stuyvesant's first of the night.
All their starters now on the scorebook.
40-31, and now we got Stuyvesant on a foul on Tavares.
We will be shooting one-on-ones, Mike. They're going to call the hand checks because everybody does it now. Stuyvesant gets his second foul.
Stuyvesant has 5. I had that one messed up. Crony has 7. There we go. Nice move by Regard, and it settles for him. 6 points for the 6-foot junior, and it's 42-31. Highlands by 11. Led by as many as 13 late second quarter. Here's Fuhrer. Now Lane, out top to Stuyvesant. Now stepping back is Clark. It's off the rim. Rams had it covered, and Timmons has it. Lead it out ahead to Regard, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. That'll be 2 on Freeport second half.
Fuhrer gets the foul, Mike. That was a good foul because Highlands had numbers.
That's 2 on Dean. Not the Dean, just Dean. Foster. Timmons, 3-ball on the way. It's down. Chandler Timmons. Nothing but nylon.
Got his 2 biggest games against Freeport, Mike. He likes the old second rivalry.
9 for Chandler, and it's 45-31. That's the biggest Highlands lead. Oh, and now Lane had it blocked. Rams have an advantage. Foster ahead of the pack. Spinorama missed it. Tip no good. Foul.
That's a good call, Mike.
On Freeport.
He had him by basically his arm walked down.
Cam Regard will step to the line, and no, they're going to stay on the floor.
I thought he was definitely shooting, but
I thought he tapped it back up.
yeah,
That's what Cam thinks.
Yep.
Saying, wait a minute.
he's on the foul line, but not going to get it. Crony gets his 3rd foul, Mike. Look at that dive. Look at that.
Look at that, and Regard, he'll just take those instead. How's that work?
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Now Sean Devaney wants a timeout at 5:38 left. Third quarter, and Highlands has their biggest lead, 47-31.
Well, Mike, maintaining good health and fitness is more important now than ever. George can't wait to get to the gym in retirement, so why not make Greatness Athletic Fitness Center in Trenton your locally owned and operated gym of choice? The right trainer makes all the difference. Gary Nagley and his team of certified trainers will help you reach your goals, specializing in fitness, personal training, strength training, weightlifting and powerlifting, and even boxing. And they're always open, so just swipe the key card Greatness Athletic Fitness Center located at 222 East 4th Avenue in Trenton. Membership started only $20, so give them a call at 724-681-8629 or check them out on Facebook at Greatness Athletics.
Dean, you know what happened on December the 12th, 2014?
December the 12th. I'll give up.
That's the last time Freeport beat Highlands. And that was in this building, 63-60. And if you think back on it, that was Highlands' first year that they made the playoffs in this string that's going to be 9 in a row here. That was here. And then the second game that year, Highlands won.
How about that? I'd like to say I remember, Mike.
We were trying to figure out where Mitch scored his 1,000th point, and can't remember if it was here or on the road. It wasn't that long ago. It might have been, what, 5 years?
If I get a chance, I'll grab him and ask him. I think it was on the road.
I mean, when did Mitch graduate? 18, 19? Not that long ago.
Kind of look like they're playing a 1-3-1, Mike, with a chaser out there.
They are. And here comes Stuyvesant with a crossover move. Oh, blocked by Timmons and stolen by Timmons.
Ahead of the pack.
Ahead of the pack is Regard. He drives, he lays, he's fouled, and he puts it in.
Great job by Timmons to get the block. And then a great outlet.
Mitch DeSwart graduated in 2017 with 1,342 points. How about that?
Cam now with 10. He'll go to line. And another and one, Mike.
Yeah, they've done well on him so far. 2 for 2. Again, every time. So, anyway, 49-31. Highlands has their biggest lead. And there you go.
Well, you solved the problem, Mike. Just get and one.
Yeah. 50-31. 19-point lead.
And it doesn't seem it, does it?
No. Lane put it in. Went high with Foster taking a swat from behind. 8 points for Ben, and it's 50-33. Regard around a Tavares screen, and he cans it.
Oddly enough, his first 3 of the night, Mike, he had 5 2-pointers prior to that.
He has 10 points in this quarter alone. Lane now, 20-point lead. Oh, nice dish. And Gavin Glista has his second basket, 5th point. Now Tavares controls it. Nearly halfway through this third quarter, Highlands 53, Freeport 35. Foster on a great pass from Kuntz.
Duck down, he now has 10. Third Highlands Global Ram in double figures.
Glista forecourt. Steal by Kuntz. Tavares takes control. 4-on-3. Tavares to Kuntz. Kuntz scores.
He was waiting and waiting and waiting, and Jordan finally flipped it to him after he drew the defender. 10th turnover, Mike, and again, transition basketball starting to take over, just like
57-35. Sean Deviney wants to call timeout and stop the runaway freight train. Highlands 57, Freeport 35. The winner is here. There's no better time than right now to stop into Highland Tire and Highland Integrity Alignment, your family-owned and operated hometown choice for tires in the AK Valley. Highland Tire offers one of the largest and most complete inventories of tires and custom wheels in the Pittsburgh area. And if you don't see it on site, they'll order it for you. Stop in today and see why Highlands fans choose us for tires, auto repair, and oil changes. Visit HighlandTire.com or give them a call in Trenton at 724-224-9222. And Trona Heights, 724-224-7900. Or Highland Integrity Alignment, 724-224-5900. Highland Tire, service, integrity, price. Since 1961, we deliver.
Again, Mike, closing down a season. Friday we'll be at Greensburg. Then next Tuesday, home against Indiana. And then Friday, Knock. And then, Mike, we're playing 7:30 Saturday at North Allegheny. You know what they're titling that?
What's that?
The Bash with the Bronx.
Except we're not playing anyone from New York.
I don't understand that.
The Bash with the Bronx. Derek Jeter will be there.
There you go.
Aaron Judge, steal by Timmons. Boy, Signorella hit the floor hard. He's down back there. What a move by Ricard. My goodness.
And Lannon's up, Mike. Didn't have to do anything on that play. Ricard now with 16.
At 12 of them in the third quarter. He's exploded. Zach Clark. Now to Glista. Oh, nearly Regard stealing it. Right side, Lucas. Parker Lucas can't lose. That's a 3, and it's 59-38.
They've got 7 guys on the score page here.
Tavares missed it. Got another chance off the underneath of the iron, and Zach Clark has the rebound. Now to Lane. Back out top of the 3 by Brady Sullivan's off the front iron. Lucas had it blocked by Regard. They're going to call a foul.
I think jump ball, Mike.
Now you called a foul.
Let's see here. Oh.
Regard can't believe it. Neither can Dot.
Yeah, Mike, I think what happened was Ron anticipated that one.
So that'll put Parker Lucas at the line. He'll shoot a couple. 2:46 left in the third quarter. 59-38. Lucas gets the first. They'll get another.
He's got 4 all here in the second half. Mike, the top 5 and 4 have not changed team-wise, but the position-wise, Lincoln Park's still first. Hampton's moved up to number 2 now after they beat us. Uniontown drops to number 3. They lost this weekend. 4 is Laurel Highlands, and 5 is South Allegheny.
Foster's going to spot up for 3. It's nothing but nylon.
Shows you the range, Mike.
That makes him very difficult, doesn't it?
Sure does.
62-38.
You put those 2 on the highlight reel tonight, Mike, the dunk and that.
Yeah, we haven't had a big man be able to operate like that since Sean Paulak. Fuhrer missed the shot. Rebound to, oh, great outlet by Timmons to Regard to Signorella.
The old good, better, best, Mike. 2 minutes to go here in the quarter.
Chandler's at his best starting to break off those rebounds.
Here we go again.
Great at outlet pass. Oh.
Braden wanted that one, Mike.
Unable to get there. And now Fuhrer's going to put it in with the left hand.
They had it started, but they didn't get the first pass.
Foster gave up the dribble. He's going to lean in and score.
Got the defender off his feet, Mike. Once he knew that, he had him. He's got 15.
Minute 35 left third quarter. We'll be having trivia for you. Here's Glista. Double team, in trouble. Oh, he got through it beautifully and found Zach Clark. Oh, now we have a whistle.
See if they...
Freeport fans not happy behind us.
Brady Sullivan gets that foul.
Brady Sullivan scored 10 points in the first meeting, but he has just reached the floor here in the third quarter. Not a shooting foul. Kunst will inbound it underneath the basket. Highlands now by 24. Following a similar script, they'll go right back to Kunst. Kunst.
No foul.
Guess not.
And I'm going to say it was out of bounds off of Jimmy. Jimmy smiles and walks up the floor.
Nolan Regard caught the ball down there, snapping photos, of course. Stuyvesant. Off the weave. This is Crony.
See the switch every time, Mike?
Crony again. Back out to Lane. Thought about it, but didn't pull the trigger. Stuyvesant, less than a minute to go third quarter. Galvin Crony against Tavares. Rams overplay, nearly got the steal. Fuhrer. Stuyvesant kept the pivot foot. 41 seconds. Arrow belongs to Freeport. 38 seconds left third quarter. Fuhrer in the lane. Back out. And the 3 balls off the back rim by Glista. And here comes Foster.
Another thing he adds to the resume, Mike, he can do that, rebound and bring the ball to the floor.
He can handle. Kunst stops and pops. Oh, it rolled off. Rebound, Will Fuhrer. Or Dean Fuhrer. Will Fuhrer's an old quarterback. Lefty, too, for that matter. Nicely done underneath by Fuhrer. He makes the basket.
He's got 10 first.
7 seconds, plenty of time. Here comes Tavares all the way home.
First yellow jacket in double figures.
So it's 66-44, 3.1 seconds left third quarter, and the Rams got to get a play here to try to score.
Hey, he's coming back into him. He can't go to him, Tommy.
Kunst, a looping feed into Foster, turnaround off the front iron, and that's the end of the third quarter.
Their assistant coach said 9
Gonna
times.
love
They're
it.
gonna love it.
They're gonna love it.
He was right.
That's the end of 3. It's Highlands 66 and Freeport 44. Trivia brought to you by Unflooded. If your home or business has ever been damaged by water or mold, you know how stressful that can be. Our friends at Unflooded specialize only in water, sewage, and mold removal, and they're here to help. From a broken pipe to sewer backup or flooding, they have the expertise to get your home dry and ready for repairs. When it comes to mold in your home, they'll assess the situation and put together a game plan for removing the mold and keep it from coming back. Visit unflooded.com or call Brian Mara anytime, 888-650-7767, or stand in the vestibule and you can shake his hand. Unflooded, your family-owned and operated team for emergency water removal in the AK Valley.
28 points for Highlands that quarter, Mike. All right, trivia. We've seen a lot of offense. I'm going to talk about defense. If you can't get it, I'll give George a shot at it.
Okay.
George can't see the trivia, okay? Who is the best defensive team in the WPL as far as giving up points as of today? Defense.
It's probably going to be a 6A team or a 1A team.
2A.
That was close.
2A.
Won't be anybody in the middle. They play too fast. It's a 2A team.
The Cradle coaches.
The Cradle, Miami of Ohio?
High school Cradle coaches.
High school Cradle of Coaches. Charval, nah, that's too.
Marvin Lewis.
Peters Township? Is that it?
George has got it. Fort Cherry.
Fort Cherry.
And Marty Schottenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
They only give up 39 points a game, Mike.
And Jim Gary, the great football coach there.
Yep.
Jim Gary, right?
Now, for the Spiegel Catalog selection, what is their nickname? Fort Cherry
Rangers.
Rangers. You got that right. Okay. So you get a prize in
Mike Fernillo is the all-time
still
leading
right
rusher.
half
Here is-
court.
And
it's a foul.
Glista is fouled. Now, George will remember this. You remember Fort Cherry played Riverview for the championship, and they had the great running back, Mike Fernillo, and they shut him down that day. It was Lucas Heekins' day at Three River Stadium. Yes, it was.
They're going to get Signorella for his second foul.
Gavin Glista at the line. He shoots a pair. First one in and out.
And we got breaking news, Mike. George
Breaking
just
news.
showed me. Vinny Congini is the new WPL all-time leader in the WPL, breaking Tommy Pipkin's record of 2,838. Just hit 2 free throws against Neighborhood Academy. He's now your leader. Everybody looks up at him.
Well, it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood for Vinny Cugini, that's
There
for
you
sure. Glista, he's got a chance for 3,000 points. Legitimate chance.
Yeah, he's going to keep playing.
Couple weeks to go, plus playoffs. Got to figure. 66-44. So that didn't go in. I was blocked by Ron. Foster.
Ride this time for Foster.
Spin move. Threw up a wild one.
He had to.
He
Mike.
was bodied.
Yes.
Jimmy Kuntz the rebound and the putback. 16 for Jimmy.
And that time, Mike, Foster was just looking for a place to land.
Jimmy over the 1,400-point barrier here now. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Highlands will get it at 6:58. Oh, they put the one up there.
Yep.
Okay, I was right.
13th turnover for Freeport. And Mike, we think Jimmy's going to be solid number 3, right? Next guy up, Pavlik.
Yeah, it's Pavlik at over 1,600. And that's going to be tough for Jimmy to get there. 16-23 for Pavlik. Micah Mason, 22-72.
Look at that shove there.
Yeah, down goes Chandler. You remember the game got a little bit chippy fourth quarter out at Freeport that Friday night.
Now, Ben Lane, Mike, was frustrated.
Both teams had it.
Yeah. And they're going to call that in Dean Fuhrer. I don't know why Ben Lane's want to shove him down.
Yeah, seriously.
Take him out of that space.
But
That's 4 on Fuhrer, by the way.
showed a little sportsmanship. He picked him up.
Leave it.
Signorella out to Timmons. Now Kunst. Oh, beautiful pass underneath. Timmons got in trouble. Now Timmons got blocked by Lane. And Clark has it. Out to Lane. Stops, pops, back iron. Rebound, oh, great play by Foster.
Numbers.
Ahead to Regard. Back to Kunst. To Foster, scores. No, he missed it. I was too quick on the trigger.
Signorella got fouled, though, in the long run. And that foul is going to go on to Gavin Croney. Mike, that is his 4th.
So
now we are going to shoot 1-on-1.
we're shooting 1-on-1. I thought he was shooting.
I thought he was too.
So we'll see. When they give him the ball, Ron Richards will tell us.
And the answer is
1-on-1.
1-1.
1-on-1.
I put 2 on the sheet. Make the first one, Lando. There you go.
Much better from the line tonight. We only missed 1 foul shot.
5 for 6, of course.
Well, let's keep that rolling.
Made them both.
Atlanta now with 10, so 4 Golden Rams in double figures. Chandler Timmons with 9. That's called distributing scoring.
3 in and out. Tavares able to pull it down. Jordan forecourt. Euro step, carry, whatever you want to call it. Sharif back out to Timmons. Timmons spin move.
No fouls.
Dump down Tavares. It's brutal down there. Tavares missed the shot and Fuhr got the rebound. Not for the faint of heart.
Contact sport, Mike.
Here's Fuhr all the way through. Good defense by Signorella, but Fuhr bodied it up anyway. Playing with 4 fouls. He's not caring right now. He's got 13.
He leads them in scoring.
70-47. Freeport fans.
Look at this, Mike.
Upset. Foster missed it. Yeah, that was definitely Sullivan. And Foster's going to get called.
Coach Davini asking for Mark's name, Mark Emmerling. I'm not going to say it too loud.
Yeah, I want him to hear it. 23-point lead. I guess Coach missed the part where Sullivan threw Timmons to the floor, huh? Yeah, okay.
Selective viewing.
You were at it blocked. Here are the Rams back the other way. Sharif with a stop and start move, took it in. Can't get it to go, though, and Fuhr pulls it down.
Foster got a 5'8" kid on him, Mike. They got to give him the ball.
Now we have a whistle and a foul. Speaking of getting your money's worth, Sullivan hit the floor.
Chandler Timmons gets his 2nd.
Harvest Moon, coffee and chocolate, located in beautiful downtown Tarentum, and they're dedicated to serving great La Prima Espresso coffee, hand-dipped small batch candy, and the finest Belgian dark and milk chocolates. Born out of love for great chocolate, remarkable coffee, and a sense of giving back to the community, Harvest Moon Coffee and Chocolates has a mission of providing uniquely delicious products while serving as a gathering place for friends and family. Harvest Moon Coffee and Chocolates is located at 206 Corbett Street in Tarentum. They're open every day till 3. You can check out their website, harvestmoonc2.com. Drink coffee, eat chocolate, be kind.
Brady Sullivan 2 for 2 makes it 70-49.
Tavares all the way through, can't get it to go. It's tipped by Timmons, but rebounded by Freeport. 4.5 to go. Highlands leads by 21. Sullivan out of the corner, thought about it, but Timmons got over there quickly. Sullivan's going to go into the paint this time and be harassed by Tavares.
This game got Mercer last time, Mike, so Freeport
at the very end, yeah.
Their own, yep.
Sullivan.
Ben
Now
Lane
Lucas.
limping, Mike.
Lucas is fouled on a reach-in by Kunst.
Jimmy,
And it may not be the battle of the Bronx, but we get the Bronx cheer from the Freeport fans.
and Jimmy knew he put his hand on the cookie jar. See Ben Lane limping there, Mike.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He's wearing the compression sleeve on his lower left leg. Football player, I believe, was he not?
Yep.
They had a
Good
terrific
football
team
player,
this
yep.
year, section champions, won their conference.
Uh-oh, he just let the ball in. He didn't want to do that, Mike. The ball fell out of his
That looked like
hand.
the pit game on Saturday, but passing the ball in off the
He had a foul
out
off
of
the
bounds
line.
line. 3 by Tavares is missed, but Foster had it swatted away. Now he nearly poked it free from Croney, but Croney's coming all the way down. Croney's fouled on the floor.
That's going to be before the shot.
They're going to call the basket good?
I don't think so.
Good NBA continuation at Highlands High School. Goodness.
Did they call it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So Croney gets the basket. Give him his 9th point.
Coach Davini wanted a timeout, and they're not going to give it to him for some reason.
Maybe he decided against it. He doesn't want to ice his own shooter.
He said if the basket goes in, he'll take foul shot. It does.
Crony did rally at home. They get into double figures at 10. So with 3:50 remaining, Highlands leads at 70-52. Timeout, Freeport. The Rams, as we mentioned, will be at Greensburg-Salem on Friday night. And again, just a few minutes away from clinching their 9th consecutive trip to the playoffs, the school record. Last time they missed was in the 2014 season.
Like other congratulations go out to Caden Olson. He scored his 1,000th point Friday. So not only is he a really thorough winner in football, going to Penn, he's also a 1,000-point scorer in basketball. Not too shabby, as Deuce would say.
Yeah, not too shabby at all. Quite the quarterback, Caden Olson.
Hey, Mike, Shadyside Academy beat Cannon 46-43. That was at the infamous Pittsburgh Basketball Classic at Montour.
At which we always get treated very well.
But we always get sick there.
Or lose, or all those other things, yeah.
Guess what, though? No champagne.
No champagne. Champagne was not there.
Yeah, he did not play. Remember, he got.
And it turns out he is the great nephew of Jose Champagne, your buddy.
Yes.
They just pronounce it differently.
That's correct.
We didn't know this at the time when we were out there. He went crazy. Scored 49 against
When
us.
I saw him score 49, I thought he was related to Jose somehow.
Yeah.
Jose could jump out of the gym at 6'3". He had springs for legs. Went to Duquesne, finished up at Robert Morris. Still in the area. Shea Champagne, remember that name, Mike? That kid was a player.
Oh, he was terrific.
49.
Tim McConnell, the coach there.
I think that's the most we've given up, would you think, to a player? I don't think anybody's ever got 50 against us.
I haven't.
In our 21.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. We had Jeff Fuquay scored 48 here the night Micah scored 64.
The forgotten man.
Yeah, you talk about getting buried, burying the lead. 3 is missed, and Signorella's got it for the Rams. Out ahead of the pack, and Jimmy Kuntz lays it in.
He's got 18.
And now what? We're going to get a technic? Oh, they're going to call. Yeah, they're going to call Tavares with a little chicken wing.
And we've seen that act before, Mike. And it's going to be a one-on-one.
That's a 4th on Jordan. He'll sit down. Freeport marches to the other end to shoot the 1-and-1 at 3:29 to go. So the basket counts. Rams back up by 20. Brady Sullivan at the line. Made 2 earlier. The junior. Boy, everybody got a hand on that. Nobody could. Oh, look at Lando go down there. Oh, try to whack it back in bounds, and it'll be Freeport basketball.
And our other camera person almost got whacked that time, Mike.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous over there. Landon has no regard for his body nor anyone else's.
And I'm going to get
Now Ben Lane's fouled on his way in.
Jimmy Kuntz.
Remember, tune into YouTube, Highlands High Sports. You can watch all the action, available the next day. Please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell. And also 8 o'clock Wednesdays and Thursdays on Comcast Channel 190. In and out by, it was a 1-on-1. Oh, 2-shot foul.
2-shot.
That's like when the entire offensive line moves and the center and the center doesn't snap the ball. That's kind of what that reminded me of. They called the center for the penalty, but it wasn't his fault.
Right.
Lane makes the second, 72-53.
Up, Jeff.
Oh, now Regard lost it. Steal it away. Sullivan shot score foul. The Rams have gotten very sloppy here in the last 5 or so minutes. Got out to the big lead, got out to a 25-point lead, and now it's only 17. So Sullivan has a chance to complete the 3-pointer.
I found Jimmy his 4th, Mike.
He does. Yeah, Jimmy has 4, Tavares has 4. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Freeport. They have not stopped playing.
Nope. To their credit, 16-point lead, and they're playing like it's 6 points.
They shaved 9 points off the Highlands lead. Regard. Out to Timmons, 3-on-1. Foster puts it in.
Good teams like to be pressed, Mike. Can't say it enough.
17 for Braden. 74-56.
Determined layups.
Lane back out top to Lucas. Corner to Lane. 3 ball. In and out and back in again. 12 for Ben Lane.
Here we go.
6 from downtown, and Foster send it in, big fella.
He's got 19, and again, the layup drill continues. In that case, the Foster flush.
76-59. Not as exciting as the one off the glass early.
No. Or the 360 down at the Taylor Harbor.
Yeah. Beautiful move to the basket by Sullivan. He's got 7 points, all of them here in the fourth quarter. 76-61.
I was back at their average, Mike, after being held to 46 the other night.
Yeah, that's an interesting number.
Signorella!
3 ball missed it. Rebound Freeport. And leading it ahead of the pack for Zach Clark. His first basket since the third quarter.
And Jimmy couldn't play defense that time with those 4 fouls, Mike. Uh-oh.
Now Kunst. Back to a 13-point game. The Rams have definitely taken their foot off the gas here. And a 5-second call and a turnover. Corey said he was trying to call for time. And Ron Richards didn't see it, or the count made it to 5 before that.
Very interesting, Mike. I never felt this been in doubt, but they sure have made it interesting, huh?
1:15 to go. Freeport only has 1 timeout left. They need to hurry up and get one up here. But I don't know if hurry up's in their vocabulary. Nice dump down to Lucas. Oh, he can't get it to finish. Rebound Timmons. Timmons is
Lucas finally for the foul.
Hammered in the backcourt.
Yeah.
And Chandler will go to the other end and shoot the 1-and-1 at 58 seconds, and the Rams lead by 13.
No love lost here between hometown rivals, huh?
No, not at all. So Timmons shoots the 1-and-1, his first trip to the line tonight.
Thanks for everything.
We'll get a hard fought
I bet.
Sure is.
for both teams.
How you enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Take care.
Okay, hey, you too. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
First by Chandler is good. Baseball coach Jeff Campbell coming by. Senior Jeff Campbell. Say hi to George. It's been like coming up to see the Pope here.
Yes, everybody's
Sort of, yeah.
kissing the ring.
Uh-huh.
He's still the AK Valley historian to me. I got him on speed dial, Mike.
Timmons makes them both.
It's $4.99 for the first minute and $2.99 for any additional minute, right, George?
There is Lane all the way to the basket. 14 for him, 78-65. Uh-oh. Jimmy can't get there. It's Lucas. Clark for 3. It's off the rim. Rebound Regard, 41 seconds. Foster's ahead of the pack. Back to Regard.
No foul.
Well, they also walked when he rolled over, but they didn't call that either. Here's Lane. It was one or the other. They didn't call either. Sean Smith, Coach DeVinny, if it goes timeout, because Deshaun didn't make it. He is entertaining.
Yeah. He's firing, Mike, and that goes back to his Fox Chapel days.
He's coaching with Zach Scrinjar down there.
Yeah. That's how they play. They're hard all the time.
Now Courtney start the playoff bus for the 9th year in a row. Highlands going to walk out of here with a 78-65 win. They make the playoffs for the 9th consecutive year, extending their school record. Dean, final thoughts?
Well, Mike, hard fought. I said earlier, both teams went at it. Highlands comes out on top. They're going to the playoffs. By the way, on a personal note, happy anniversary to my wife, Kathy. 20 years in the hopper.
She must be a saint.
She is.
Let's wrap it up. Thanks to cameraman John upstairs and to George Guido. Once again, that final score, Highlands 78 and Freeport 65. For the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik saying so long.